Welcome to the #1 friendship podcast in the country. I'm Matt Ritter.
I'm Aaron Cairo.
Guys, go to manoftheyearpodcast.com. Go to YouTube. Buy some merch. The We Should Be Friends shirt always works. It's always a hit anywhere you go. If you're traveling, if you're at a bar, you want to make some friends, it's the lowest hanging of the fruit. A t-shirt with some friendly branding on it.
You wore the We Should Be Friends shirt to my birthday recently. It looks like it's seen better days.
You know, it's it's held up considerably considering how much I wear it.
Okay, that's touche. Touche.
Like I've been wearing that thing. I've been riding that thing raw, rough, rough riding that shirt. So I have a question for you because you're not a parent. Okay.
Oh,
We had a bit of a tiff at a dinner at our local pizza place. So we have a local pizza place, and we go at 5.
every Friday night, right? We talked about it because you're not a pizza guy, remember?
That's right. 5 o'clock. And around 5:30, a bunch of other families were there, and we get up, and we're greeting, and we get loud, and the kids are messy. There was I don't know, I want to say early 30s, two guys that were doing a catch up and the outside tables, and they were caught kind of between a bunch of families. This kid gets up and screams at us. And he goes, "I can't effing hear my friend." I was like, "Excuse me?" I thought it came in so hot. You ever have somebody come in so hot, you're like, this has to be a joke.
Yeah.
This has to be a joke. So he was like, "Yeah, what do you guys think? You own the place?" And so I was just like, "Look around, man. It's 5 o'clock. It's outdoors at a pizza place. There's kids running around." He's like, "I've been coming here my whole life, blah, blah, blah." Like getting a whole thing. I'm like, "Settle down, man. I'm here with my 8-week-old." And then everybody was like, "Let it go." And then I confronted him and I told him, "If you ever come back here again, we're going to have problems."
Okay.
And then he ran away, and his friend got up, and I thought he was going to get in my face too. And he goes, "I'm so sorry about my friend. He's a total a-hole." But my question is, I was trying to see the other side of it. I'm like, am I crazy for thinking that guy was way out of line? Like, yes, we're being loud. Yes, we've de facto taken over the place, but and with the owner's like implicit blessing, he was there. I mean, he's there. He's like, "I don't know what that guy's problem was."
Well,
You're single, and you're not like, you can go to somewhere, and I assume you may have been in a situation like this where, and I know your dad hates having kids in restaurants. So, but this is outdoors. We should get Al Cairo on the pod, but I would love to know Al's opinion because this is outdoors at a child-friendly pizza place at 5:30 when this happened.
yeah, my dad, I could feel him steaming up. I think let's start with the guy. Regardless, let's just say I think you're wrong and you were so loud it was crazy. That's no way to. That's insane to start screaming. Like, assuming what you're saying is accurate,
my stroller was, their baby was laying in the stroller. Everybody was like, "What?"
Right, like, just. I mean, that's just a crazy way to live your life. Even if someone was banging on the back of your seat in an airplane, you wouldn't just go to 10. You go, "Hey man," so that's insane.
Yeah.
Listen, you're right. I'm not a parent. I understand. I mean, my guess is that like it probably tipped over from normal rambunctiousness to maybe like half a point into like insanity for a non-parent who's like, it's still a restaurant.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. If he came to you and was like, "Hey man, I totally get it. The kids are nuts." But like, I can't, like, I don't know if he, would you say anything if he was nice to you?
Yes, I actually said to his friend, I said, "I would have apologized and we would have like lowered the decibels a little bit."
Right.
I said that to his friend. I'm like, if he would just came to be like a normal person and we're like, "Guys, you're being a little loud," it would have been like, "Oh, sorry, man. You know how it is, kids, whatever." And then I would have told everybody, let's move over.
Yeah. I mean, when the kids are running roughshod and like physically disturbed, like running, I don't, it's tough. Listen, I know you're a parent and it's 5:30 and I've been there, but like, did we talk about on the pod how I was accosted by a child at the gym?
No. What?
That I was at the gym and some guy was with his daughter. Oh God, I don't know how old people are. 4. And 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 she was like, hi. I'm like, hi. Like, and then she's like, what's your name? I'm like, I'm Aaron. Then she was like, do you have a she was like, do you have a wife? I'm like, no. She's like, do you have a husband? She's talking to me. I'm like, is this guy gonna come get kid away? I'm like, can I?
I sent her there to mess with you.
Yeah, like, you know what I like? Practicing radical self-awareness. Now I know that's
Yeah.
not the same with a kid.
Yeah.
So,
But how long did that interaction go for?
I mean, she was just in. It was, I don't know, 3 minutes. I was like,
And for Karo, a man of habits, that's 3 out of his 17-minute tight Karo fit workout wrecked.
she's picking up my headphones, like my earbuds, and like kind of put them
Boy.
in the. I'm like,
Kids
yeah.
love picking up earbuds, FYI.
Oh
Never leave an
yeah.
earbud near a child. That
The thing
earbud
is,
is
Matt, you couldn't keep track of your earbuds pre-children, so
no,
with kids.
I know. But the Find My iPhone thing is pretty useful.
By the way, one other thing on this guy. So I'm going to say you're both wrong. He's more wrong.
Yeah.
One other thing. Someone said this the other day. The whole thing of yelling at someone these days, and I know you're in Larchmont, whatever. People are insane.
Yeah.
Like you could have a gun.
No, that's the thing. The entitlement to yell at somebody is the crazy part. Just thinking that you're just gonna consequence free yell at somebody.
Right. Yeah, I mean, not that you should get shot for that, but I'm saying people get shot for less.
Yeah. No, it was wild. But I just think like we have to establish like what is uh I feel like we go there so that we're not bothering anybody. That's why that's the one place where it's like it's all kids. They're all running around. It's
Yeah.
almost like you've signed a waiver when you walk into that pizza place at 5:30.
And Larchmont is, for our listeners,
Yeah,
very, very kid friendly, kid forward. And also, hey, maybe this guy was having a rough ass day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I was right. I'm glad you support me. I wanted to move on to a topic that's been in the news lately, um, the rise of what they call social sports. And I sent you an article. Andre Agassi is an investor in this new company, Ballers. They're opening up these pickle and paddle and padel, I think it's pronounced, which I haven't played. Have you played padel?
Is it pronounced Padel? Because I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I think my brother plays it. It's some sort of hybrid of racquetball and something.
Got it. Okay. I've heard people say paddle, but maybe.
Maybe it's paddle. Maybe it is paddle.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
so there's these spaces that are being built that are kind of like, I guess, social club, meets. I guess it's like not a country club. I mean, it's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how you describe it, but I think it's great. I wanted to talk about how I think it's something that's great. It's hitting a lot of the things that we are talking about. I mean, do you have any friends who are like really leaning into the pickleball, not just for the pickle of it all, but for the friendship social element of it?
By the way, not just for the pickle of it all. Very funny sentence. Just in reading the article, so he's basically creating a a multi-sport venue, but it's also like a bar, a
Yeah,
little patio.
yeah,
Um, my folks play pickleball at the Y.
yeah.
Um, not to bring it back to my old CrossFit days, but that stuff always reminds me of CrossFit in that you would go to the place when you weren't doing the thing.
Right.
You would pop in to see your friends, watch them work out or watch them play.
So I think they're solving a real problem in that
Yeah.
you would go there, but there was nothing else to do, right?
Right.
Or you would go play pickup basketball with your friends and then try and get them to go to another bar. So I think a lot of this is removing friction from the equation of how to go from the hangout, the sport play to the social, right? And so they're basically just wrapping it all into one where it's like, you don't have to play that day. You could just be going there to hang out, sort of like a country club, right? Country club has that, but country club's friction is it's extremely expensive, right? And country club caters to golf, things that are like 5 hours, 5 hour sports. And this is also like thing that could be in urban areas, right? I think urban areas are really lacking in the social sports, right? Because there isn't really like a lot of necessarily like country club type setup for city folks.
From what I understand, the focus on, but I think it is padel. I think you were right. But
Okay.
these sports like racquetball, pickleball, padel, they're all similar-ish, but they're also like men, women, age agnostic. Like
Yeah.
if you created a venue based on pickup basketball, you're gonna get a bunch of 45-year-old dudes like you who tear Achilles right away, have a beer. But this could be like families, this could be older people, younger people. Like I think that's why when you sent it to me, I was pretty interested. Like it's actually quite ingenious.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of building on, you've had these kickball, dodgeball kind of quasi, like they were like the social sports of the last generation, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't quite hit for everybody, right? They were really just, I think they were like really mostly just for people who didn't, who really needed to find people. But they're also like, those aren't like, I don't want to say they're not real sports, but they're not sort of the same level of like, if you want the competitive part of it too.
Well, kickball is, the trope is that's like what you do when you move to a new city and you don't know
Right.
anybody. I,
Right.
I
And I
actually
think
have a
it's
lot.
useful. I think it's useful for
Yeah.
that.
I actually have a line in a script where the person says, kickball, the loneliest teen sport. Or the
Right.
loneliest team sport.
Right. Right. And I think that was the knock. And I think that's like fairly valid, whereas I think no matter what walk of life you're coming from, the pickleball social sports league, it seems more natural, right? And just in terms of like, who am I? What am I doing? Anybody can go do this for any reason. So I think that's it. Immediately comes without any stigma, which is nice.
So I wanted to share a message we got. This is from my friend Matt, TV writer, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
So I mentioned to you this offline. So he lives in Altadena, which for our
Yeah.
non-LA listeners, that's one of the cities that was affected by the LA fire.
Yeah.
And he was a member of the Altadena Country Club, which it's been around since
Yeah.
1910. Have you heard of it?
Yeah. I mean, just only from you. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, it's a tennis and country club. I don't know. I'm not. Well, spoiler, it burned down. But this has been around since 1910. I don't know. Maybe you could translate. He said he's got a group of like 25, 30 friends, and they created 2 USTA teams. What does that mean?
So USTA, US Tennis Association. So there's like amateur rankings and stuff too. Like you can be ranked in non-professional.
But how do you have 25 people on 2 teams?
I don't know. Maybe they have it. They have teams for the
Yeah.
amateurs. I'm not sure. We gotta look that up. We gotta look that one
Um,
up.
but anyway, he did something you would like. He said we call ourselves the Band of Brothers.
Mm.
So ritualize the
Yep.
rituals.
Yep. Giving it a name. I love that. Stickier. It
And
makes
he's
it stickier, as we always talk about.
like, we'd be there, we'd watch games you weren't playing in. I'd be there 5 times a week, and then he goes, the fucking club burned down. And
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how profound the loss has been. This third place is
Mm.
gone. It was such a huge part of our lives. He called it like a guest house slash garage slash catering hall.
Yeah.
And they're trying to build it back, but he's like, basically, people are moving away. He said it's been devastating.
Oof. That kind of reminds me of how COVID affected people's friendships.
Yeah.
It is analogous in the sense that like it was a big loss and suddenly you're cut off from all this social structure that you had. And then if you recall, what happened was we adapt, right? People figured it out. They got on weekly Zoom with their friends. And I think the best thing your buddy can do is adapt in the interim, right? I mean, the good thing is that obviously you've already built up a level of closeness with these guys that it's not weird to suggest like, hey, let's hang out offline. It sounds like if it's that devastating of a loss, you're pretty close with some of these guys. So that's what's great about that is like, oh, okay, well, we can transfer this good feeling and this good bonding to any location, can't we? Theoretically.
Yeah. I mean, he goes on to say, as you and I know, it's like, like one of his buddies moved to Santa Monica. It's like
Yeah, you're
that's
never gonna have look, and you're never gonna
yeah,
recapture. And that's look,
yeah,
it's sort of like, hey, you're never gonna recapture your same fraternity. you know, maybe you had 20 friends when you were in a college fraternity. You could still
yeah.
be friends with those 20 guys. It's never gonna be the same, right? Every phase of the first job you had when you were eating lunch every day and commiserating that first job, like for me, like the first, dad friends you made, everything changes, things shift. But if you have a great core crew, you do have to find new structures. I will say that because we know that friendship as an adult doesn't happen organically. They're going to have to build in new structures for this.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean, listen, I love this Agassi thing, but I mean it's the same thing. If you started this, you joined it, you made a bunch of buddies, and the place went out of business. You know, it's
It
tough.
would be hard. It would be very hard, Uh, but anyway, I wanted to talk about a little bit more about, just like some of the benefits of. I mean, just to kind of like give us a kind of a rundown of why we love these, and I thought of a term that you might like. I think this is the rise of the third team.
Okay. Wait. Can I guess?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, first team is family.
Yep.
Ooh, ooh. I don't know. Second team. I don't. Maybe it's coworkers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
that's what I'm. That's what I came up with. Friends, work, and then this is your third team. You
so it's
like
the
it?
people at the third place.
Yeah, third
Okay.
team.
I'll go for
Because,
it.
and that's what's great about this. Look, we call this like a supercharged or a third place on steroids, one that's organized and has a structure and like built in. Actually, it has built in teams. Even this is taking it even one step further. This has built in teams, and I think that this makes this the super third place. This is like apex level third place. These new um, social sports clubs.
Yeah, it is making me a little nostalgic for my CrossFit days. Like,
Yeah.
you also like you go to events together, new merch comes in, you're texting people like, "Oh, what was the workout today?" Like, it's community. I mean, it's literally community, which I don't have anymore. Um, and I forgot, did this article say like, is there like a restaurant is it like a bar or is it
Yeah,
more
I think
like,
there is. Yeah, there's food too.
okay, okay.
But the other thing that
Uh,
I love too, I was going to say what you just said, like part of the hard thing about going to a third place and, consistently building and friend making is the small talk, the chit chat. Like there's no icebreaker needed. The activity is the icebreaker. It's already built in, like what you're talking about with your workout thing.
I have a pitch for this place and they probably already do it. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I feel that there needs to be a very robust intro class for people who've never played pickleball or whatever. Cause that stuff only works if you already know how to play. Otherwise it's pretty intimidating.
Well, yes, but they have it at all levels. And actually, this place specifically said they have intro, beginner, like
Okay.
they're like not just classes, like group, like they'll put you in with your peers.
Okay. Okay. Cause a third place where you're going to a coffee shop like you, anybody could go to a coffee shop, you know?
Yes. And I think there is still, right? And this has always been my issue with golf is like, yeah, you want the socialization, but you need to be on a certain level so you're not
Right.
feeling awkward about it. Same thing with tennis.
Yeah. What are you still playing tennis? What's going on? Or paddleball?
Injuries on and off,
Pickleball.
a little too
Yeah.
many injuries. But I was going to say, this is the other thing in favor of this sport. I think they found the kind of perfect level of competitiveness and lack of skill needed.
Okay.
The matrix of You don't need a lot of skill, but it's still competitive.
I see the Venn diagram of like it's fun. You can try to win, but like you don't have to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like beer pong without the alcohol.
right, right. So I think they've really hacked it in a lot of ways. Should we take a listener question?
We'll be right back. Okay, guys, this is asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question or ethical dilemma, send it to us on Instagram at Man of the Year Podcast, and we will answer it on the show. Matt, take it away.
This is great because it plays right into what we were talking about. Matt and Karo, I just joined an adult soccer league, but I'm struggling to make real friends off the field. I show up, play, do some small talk, but it hasn't gone beyond that. How do I turn a teammate into a friend? And I should note, they said, I've tried other things. I like soccer better. I'm not a pickleball guy.
It's funny. I've been watching Welcome to Wrexham,
Yeah.
uh, which is it's pretty. Have you ever watched it?
No.
I mean, it's pretty wild. They basically just reinvigorated this entire town,
Amazing.
um, and it's pretty cool. And it just makes me think of like, God, I haven't kicked a soccer ball in 25 years. Like, could I pick that back up for an adult soccer league? I'd probably break my leg immediately. So this is something you and I have discussed, which is that okay, you doing what you love, right? Matt and I would call this find your golf. His guy's golf is soccer. He likes soccer. Now he's playing soccer and there's a bunch of dudes, assuming it's a guy,
Yeah.
assuming there's dudes. So now what do we do? Like, because then the whistle blows, everybody goes home. So we need to try to, you're already at your third place. We got to go to the fourth place now. So it's about organizing something that takes you away from soccer. And I think what we usually say is invite everybody and then only some people will show.
That's exactly right. It's self-selecting.
Right.
Right? It's hard to pick off one person and go, hey man, you want to go get a beer in front of
Yeah.
everyone? You just go, hey, you send it around the text chain, right? Assuming you're on a WhatsApp group to set this
Yes.
thing up. And beforehand, you say, hey, a few of us, even if it's just you could just say, hey, a few of us are getting beers after, right? It can literally just be you texting the
Yep.
group with nobody having RSVP'd saying, hey, a few of us are going to get drinks after the match. All
Uh,
welcome. Here's where we're going. Pick the location, pick the time, make it right across the street.
well, do you remember what our other tip slash hack was? Make it make the event tangential to the thing. So the World Cup is on,
Mm,
at the bar,
yeah,
something that everyone's already interested in.
right. And also, I think this is another tip we gave. This is like 2 years ago, but we said, sometimes you got to be patient with this. It's a slow build on those things. Like the first couple of times you play with a bunch of guys on a soccer field, it's really just about the game and maybe a little bit of small talk after the first time.
Right.
Get a
Because some of these,
little back building. Like, who are these people? What are they into? What's their? Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? When are they? What's their schedule? Right? Like, are they free the whole night after this? Usually during the week, or is this like, I have an hour, so I play soccer? Because that guy is not going to be the
right.
right partner for you.
So what you do, Matt, is you take our tip, which is that we say if you're going to meet a buddy or a bunch of buddies for dinner or drinks, get there half an hour early and sit at the bar by yourself.
Mm,
Because you start talking to somebody or you just get some time, just to be on your own. Show up early to the soccer match because whoever the first couple people straggle in there are, you get to talk to them one on one.
I love that. I actually accidentally have been doing that in my basketball league. I'm always the first person there,
Oh,
just because
interesting.
it's closest to my house. And I have found that there are a lot of guys there that I'm not that I didn't know beforehand, and that is the only time I really get a little bit more quality contact with getting to know them time.
In your basketball league, is someone in charge of bringing the like ball and shit?
It's so funny. So me and Dan, and then Dan broke his arm, and I tore my calf, and I've got three basketballs sitting in my car, and I got a message last week and I'm like following the chain because I couldn't go. And it was like, does anybody have a ball? And I was out and I couldn't. I only saw it after the fact. And like, does anybody have a pump? All this stuff. And they're running late, and they finally found a pump. And it was like, I'm looking at my, and Jesse's like, why are there 3 basketballs in our car right now?
Wow. So you were in charge of bringing the basketball.
Yeah, I actually, that's a reminder. I got to get them to somebody.
I know this is off topic, but is it shirts and skins, pennies?
How you decide teams, you mean?
No, like once the teams are set, is there?
Oh no, no. I throw the ball to the wrong guy all the time. It's very hard. You're right. You're right. You're right. We're too casual about it. It's very hard to figure out who's on your team in a split second when you're just trying to pass the ball.
Well, because is everybody? I'm sorry. Is everybody your friend or
No,
in your
I
group?
mean, friend of friends.
But I'm saying, is this like when you show up when you're running against some random people who are at the
No,
gym?
no. It's all us. It's all us.
Oh, so that's impossible. I was probably just on your team 5 minutes ago. Now you're playing
That's what I'm
against me.
saying. It is very tricky. We should actually do that.
You got to get pennies for like $7 on Amazon.
What are pennies?
What do you
Is
mean?
that like the red thing that goes over?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Pennies.
I'd rather get like urban like make up a like the Dilfs League or something,
But it's still got to be a penny.
No, they can be black and white.
Yeah, but you need 2 separate colors.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We got
Right. Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, you get 2 pair. Everybody gets 2
Right.
pairs, a black pair and a white pair.
Right. But anyway, so yeah, so it's about showing up early. It's about taking your time. It's about feeling it out a little bit. It's about inviting people to. By the way, we skipped over obviously the number one tip of the entire podcast, which is be the friend. I get the feeling this guy's waiting for everybody else to be like, hey, let's go to a barbecue. You have to do it yourself because they're not going to invite you.
Yeah, and I think I'd mentioned this, as I said a couple of years ago. We talked about this. The end of the season is a natural one to go, okay, we're going to get together, we're going to do something, or a holiday. Like you got to figure out a time that's special, right? If it's like, oh, this is the end of the season, and set that up in advance.
Yeah. I think we did talk about it. Then we worry that it's too late.
But this is a long-term thing, right? I mean, if you're going to do this for a long time, you have to be a little patient. If that's
Right, well,
you're like, I want to become friends with the people in my soccer league,
yeah.
maybe a slow play. Like I've been playing. We've been playing for what, 3-4 months now, and we haven't had a social outing post because it's very hard for us. It's very like I have to get home for my kids.
But you guys are already friends.
Not everybody. I'm saying I'm sure there's some people there I wouldn't mind having a beer with, actually.
Matt, did you know that an entire basketball court fits in the penalty box of a soccer field?
That's not true.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. It is.
No, it's
entire
not.
basketball court.
That's definitely not true. This is like one of those things where people go, hey, did you know that anybody who was born in 2001 is 50 years old this year?
Yeah, a full-size basketball court can easily fit in a soccer penalty box. Fact.
That's not possible. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's when you find out that like Russia is like just a little piece of Africa when you like shape it in.
Is that like that?
Yeah. Like geography, that map that's wrong. You know how they say like there's because it distorts.
Oh yeah.
We put it on a globe.
Oh yeah.
So that the ones that are at the top get stretched, and the ones in the middle are.
Oh, our entire, like everything else, this is from TikTok. Our entire, vision of the world is completely wrong.
Yes, correct. Wait, so wow, that penalty box thing is blowing my mind. That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. So when you're tired from running, get back. Are you playing full court?
Only if we have 10 guys.
Okay, so when you're tired from running back to get on defense, you haven't even gone like a tenth of the soccer field.
Sheesh. All right, so did we answer it?
I think we gave a lot of good advice, but I also just want to add that like this. So you said this at the beginning, Matt. This guy joined the soccer league because he likes soccer, and to me, ultimately that will pan out because he's excited. He likes it. He's probably good at it.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
You may never make a friend there, but you're doing something you love, and that's just going to make you just your entire social fitness better because you're interacting with people doing something you love. They may never end up being your people. Maybe they are. We'll see how it plays out. You could find people elsewhere, and that's still serving a great purpose in your life.
Yeah, I don't see any downside.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question, send it to us on Instagram. And also, we can anonymize it if you don't want us to use your name like we just did. Matt, any other ballers thoughts?
I think it works great for people that aren't that social.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like an introvert's, well, is it an introvert's nightmare or is it an introvert's dream?
I think pickleball and these social I think pickleball and these social sports are an introvert's dream because the sport itself is the icebreaker. You don't have to make as much small talk. And then if you're socializing afterwards, the bar is really low for that to happen.
Right. You don't have to worry about asking someone what the weather is like when you're hitting a drop shot in the kitchen.
That's right.
Did I use that right?
I think so.
All right, guys, let us know about your social sports experience. Always remember, be good to yourself, be good to your friends. Love you,
Love
buddy.
you, buddy.